We just got the absolute biggest update from Nexon regarding Maplestory ever. In all of Maplestory, this is the biggest thing that has ever happened, straight up. If you don't know what's going on, I'll explain. But before I explain what's with this post, you need to understand the context and the months that had led to this. So if you're not somebody who plays a lot, you probably don't know about it. But if you're somebody who has been around, you probably have heard, oh, meso changes in KMS. Our cubes are going to get fucked up. Our boss crystals are going to be nerfed. All these things, right? So if you don't know, in Korea Maplestory Reboot, they changed it so that there's a limit to how many mesos you can farm per day, per character. And they also changed it so that re-rolling your cube potentials is way more expensive. They changed it so that boss crystal money is way less. So it was a huge nerf to Reboot in Korea, right? And that essentially killed Reboot. Like, it made it so that there's really no point in playing Reboot. Like, just go play on reg server, like the interactive servers, right? And for the longest time, for months and months and months, the community has been dooming and glooming and crying and whining and all these things, assuming that we were going to get that change. But in reality, if you really stopped and thought about it for a second, we would have never gotten those changes. It was so obvious that we were not going to get them. There had been so many signs, so many things, little sprinkles that said that we were not going to get the change, but people refused to believe it. But I'm happy to say that they officially said last night that we would be not getting any of those changes and a lot more stuff that's very exciting as well. So I'm going to go over this, but I'm going to summarize as I go along. I've read it in full. You guys can read it in full, but it is a little bit long. But long story short, we have this guy Inkwell, right? Inkwell is our hero, bro. Like, he's literally our hero. He has been in the company for a while. It's not like his first appearance or whatever, but he's gonna be focusing on Maplestory now. He was focusing on Nexon games at large, but he's Maplestory focused now. In GMS, our region, right? He's gonna be developing GMS. So basically what happened is there was this big convention called GDC. It's for developers of different games, right? Maplestory was one of them. And this guy Inkwell was making his presentation about Maplestory, like what's been going on with the game for the last 20 years, what the next 20 years is going to be like, what the future is going to be like, and how we need to go moving forward, right? And he pointed out that we need to localize the game for our players in GMS. So what does that mean? That means we essentially are not going to just copy paste whatever KMS gets and apply it to our region always. That's how it's always been for the longest time. Whatever happens in KMS, we just get it. But that's not going to be the case anymore. So one of the main things that he pointed out, and it's something that I have been pointing out for so long, and these people on stream and Reddit and Discord, they just refuse to believe it, and they refuse to believe like any reasoning, is that the KMS population, this is one of his slides that he was presenting, the Korean Maplestory population is so different from our population. On their server, they are by far mostly interactive and reg server players, right? They have such a tiny percentage of their players are Reboot. But for us in GMS, the vast majority players are Reboot. So it makes no sense to balance our server the same as them because our games are essentially different games, right? So he pointed that out. And now he thought of a new way to localize the game. He's calling it Localization 3.0. And essentially what Localization 3.0 is, he put it here, harmony with KMS yet unique. So what does this mean? This means that we're still gonna get the big KMS updates. Like, think of it like, oh, if they release a new class or a new boss or a new map, stuff like that, like we're obviously gonna still get all of that. But things like system changes, like cube nerfs and like attack speed and stuff like that, like that's for us. Like that stuff, like we are getting our own development towards that. You can see he posted here, like KMS and GMS, you know, we're still connected, but we're going in different routes, which is insane. Like, the implications of this are absolutely nuts, because this could potentially lead to our own balance patches. This could potentially lead to our own bug fixes. It could even lead to our own new class, right? Like an entire new class developed just for us. Well, we know what happened last time. Maybe a space pirate would be a good idea for a new class. You know, maybe think of something like that. But yeah, so essentially, like, having our own devs, having our own people that focus on our version of the game is a super good thing. It is a super good thing, because there are so many things that are broken as fuck in this game. just because we copy paste from KMS, like that they don't think about. Attack speed is one of the big ones. I hate to say it, but like the reason a lot of classes are so OP and so much ahead of the others is because we're not balanced with attack speed 0 in mind, right? And I say that as a Heido main, and if attack speed 0, if we got balanced with attack speed 0 in mind, Heido would probably not be so strong, but whatever, it's not about me. Anyways, the whole point is we're going in different directions, yet we're still going to get some of the updates from KMS, but we could get our own updates. Think of like Familiars, for example. Familiars could be revamped entirely. Like, it's an actual real possibility now. So this is the big thing that he said, is there will be no adjustments to the following in GMS. Maximum amount of Meso players can earn while hunting monsters, availability of cubes and how potentials are obtained and adjusted, Meso acquisition multiplier and the price of intense power crystals in heroic worlds, the availability of Ursus. So these were like the big things that people unironically dropped all their gear, quit, boomed, ranted. Like, people literally lost their minds assuming that we were going to get those things, which is so insane. Like, how stupid could you be? I'm sorry. Like, you got to be dumb as hell to mentally boom and self-destruct your entire account based off of an assumption. And not only is it based off of an assumption, it's based off of an assumption that has overwhelming evidence against it. Like, when they announced that change in KMS, literally like the same week, Savage Ace made an announcement saying like, yo, like, we're just gonna do what's best for our region, like, don't worry. But people still refuse to believe it. Whatever, bro. Sucks to be them. So he shows a picture like, you know, ordinary way, GMS way. Like, we're going in our own path that's best for us. And on top of all this, he gives us a fat ass gift that you can go to the event hall and claim. You know, sword order, fraggies, mag pots, XP nodes, 100 sack, damage skin, it's not unit, and an Inkwell hat, my goat. So you need to go to the Maple admin. But yeah, I just wanted to make this update video talking about this because this is incredible news. I want to say thank you to Nexon. Thank you to Inkwell in particular for actually coming through and listening and doing what's best for our game. From the moment they announced at KMS, I have always been saying on my stream, on YouTube, on everything, that we're not going to get those changes. We're going to get our own stuff, and things are going to be fine. But people refuse to believe it. They refused. And sucks to be them. Sucks to be them. That's what you get for dooming. That's what you get. But yeah, dub. We got the fattest dub in all of Maplestory history. Obviously, let me know what you think about it. Oh, I'll show you how you get the rewards. So basically, you go to town, quick move, dimensional mirror, go to the event hall, talk to Maple admin, and then at the bottom, talk to Maple admin, and then Inkwell thank you gift, and all the stuff will be here. I already claimed all of it, but yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is amazing news. The future of this game is bright, and we should all be excited. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try my best to upload more. I'm really sorry. Been going through a lot, but it's okay. Have a good day.